Welcome back to my dark and gloomy apartment here in the Roottrees are dead. I am here to solve more mysteries, uncover more things. Last episode, we found a good chunk. I mean, we really did go in and lock in a lot more people, but now, I mean, it feels like maybe we haven't hit a wall per se, but we have... I don't know. We found ourselves in a bit of a peculiar position, I guess. I think there's things that I want to explore still, but we may start to just go hunting, right? I'm not sure that the evidence I currently have is helping me as much as I would like it to. On the notable list, we have everybody, right? We've locked. Well, we don't have Lauren. Maybe Lauren's a good one to start to look into today. But I wanted to start with this photo, man. I'm locked the frick in on this photo right now. And the reasoning is that I think I can at least get the names of all of these people. And then maybe try to make things make sense from it. So I'm going to copy and paste this. I've started a new tab here, which is the family tree photo. And I want to just figure out who all of these people are. So we have Bonnie, and if we pull up our evidence for the list of names, this is probably Bonnie Hudson, Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., and you're a Roottree. So that's Ernest, am I losing my mind? Roottree. No, you're Ernest Jr. Madsen. Okay. Caroline. There's only one Caroline, right? And that's Caroline Morden. So we have the Madsens and the Mordens, which is extremely annoying. Then Gwynn. How dare they have names that are both starting with an M? Then we have Gwyneth. So Gwyneth, there's a Gwyneth Madsen, which would make sense. There's also a Gwyneth Anderson. But I mean, just going off of logic, this is probably Madsen, since there's other Madsens in this. And then you have Gwendoline, who is a Roottree or a Morden, which both of them are friggin' here, man. So that's also really annoying. Then you have Miracle Jr., that's a Roottree. You have Jim Roottree, which is James Roottree. You have Clark. Who the frick is Clark, brother? Clark Rafferty? Okay, we have no idea who you are. That's the first time that we've come across you. So Clark Rafferty, you're going to be worth a lookup. Carl Roottree, and then this is Eli M, which is going to be... Wait a minute. Eli M. Eli M. Oh, wait a minute. That's the seam, brother. That's what we pull. Eli takes his wife's name. So Eli M / Elias Roottree takes wife's name, because we know that one of them takes the name of, and I don't remember who the hell that is now, man. Okay, we got some seams to pull now. Bring me back to... I wanna read a little bit about Lauren again. So Lauren, under her married name, Lauren Rafferty. Okay. Yeah. So Lauren Roottree marries Clark Rafferty. But Lauren's not in that photo. I'm just going to do a quick little search here, okay? Well, we do also have the public library, man. Wait a minute. A life be author name. I mean, just give me everything from Lauren Roottree. Because this should allow us, and the book title, my bad, Romance in Court. Okay, brilliant. Even better. Mentions she had inspiration from one of her brother Clancy. Okay, so Lauren, husband died, and husband was probably Clark Rafferty. Brother is Clancy. Now, who the frick is Clancy, man? I also copied all the names into here so that it's easier for me to get to them. Clancy is... I mean, it could be Clancy Jr. or Clancy Edward. Which, I mean, that gets a little tough. I don't... When you start getting into the juniors, I got no clue who some of them are, man. We'll add an or here, and we'll move on, okay? I want to look up your other stuff. So Court Jester. Don't got much here. It's referred to as the Court Jester series, fair enough. How about A Life Between Wars? I've hit the jackpot. This book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. Oh my god, we're cruising. Summary of the contents of the books. It's printing out 1 billion things. Okay, we're in. Lauren, it's me and you today. You are going to be the one that helps me decipher everything going on. I had something else I wanted to do. I wanted to search your husband real quick, which is not very feminist of me to get a ton of information from you and then immediately go and look up Clark Rafferty. Few fan sites for the band Jim and Diamond seem to mention that he used to make music with Clark Rafferty. They mention an album called These Times. Band called C&J plus J&D. That would be Clark and Jim plus Jim and Diamond released one single called These Times. Someone with the username DieHard Dazzler scanned the cover and noted that it cost him over $200 at an auction. Apparently, this was Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRoe's first song together. He mentions it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister, and that it was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. Can't find anything about DieHard Dazzler, the band. All that's left to do is scan your evidence. After a blazing 35-minute download, the track is also available. Okay. It's a lot. Things we're unpacking. What the frick? Who the hell are the 5 pieces? How did I get this? Oh my god, we just got a million photos of people from that damn, from the damn book, man. This is huge. This is so huge. Start me with this awful album cover. What is this, man? What is this? Okay. And what the hell is this? Folk style songwriting catchy? Okay, well, look. That's Jim. And he's never looked more interesting. And then we have Clark. And then we'll take pictures of you guys as well. But that's definitely Jim. I will say, Jim looks like he's been smoking some good stuff, okay? Like, this is the kind of era, and he was taking part, for sure. I'm not sure that I care about the lyrics to your song, but I'll put it on. It's kind of a banger. Okay. I like Jim. He's one of my favorite people so far. So... Do you have a beard here? I don't know if that's actually you or not. I think I'd like to not confirm that yet. It's a very nice song. You're telling me I can glean a lot from this too. So one of you is Diamond. I would imagine that it's probably like these two and these two. So we're assuming that if this is Jim... I mean, we have a picture of Diamond though, don't we? Diamond's got blonde hair. So let's deduce, right? You have blonde hair. That makes you be with... I need to look at the damn photo again, man. If you have blonde hair, that makes you Jim. We'll humor it. None of this really matters, I don't think. I don't know why he looks so freaking different, but I guess he kind of has the same hair. Okay, it's a lot. And we also know that then the other chick is another LaRoe. Do we have another LaRoe? Are they even important? LaRoe. Kim LaRoe. Or Jane LaRoe. We got all kinds of LaRoes. Okay. It's more evidence time. Can I please kill this song, please? You gotta... No, I need you to skip it, please. Yeah, back to the Creative Commons. That sounds much better. Okay. New evidence. I gotta look at this stuff in intense detail, okay? Because we've got a whole world to explore here. Then this is the 5 pieces. Where did I get you from? I don't know where the hell we got you from, but that's okay. Let's open this. So here's our book with Lauren Roottree, which theoretically is you. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Roottree's diary pages in A Life Between Wars. She's on the notable Roottrees list. She'll be marked with a chart with a star. Book was published in 1965, consists of diary entries from 1940 to 1965. Her husband, Jacob. Okay. Back to Lauren. Excuse me? Your husband was oh, wait, your son was Clark. Whoa. Hold on. So Jacob Rafferty. I had her marrying her damn son, man. Oh, God. And there's LaRoe Rafferty's? Oh, what the frick happened here, man? Okay. We got problems in this family for sure. There's all kinds of Rafferty's. Okay, so your husband is actually... Your husband is Jacob Rafferty. Your son is Clark Rafferty. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good to know. The granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay. Her mother's name were the Coselles. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottree Candy Company and helped write a legal document called the Clance Trust, probably implying that his name was Clancy, which makes sense if her brother is Clancy Jr. The father would be Clancy Sr. Okay. I think that I think we hit the frickin' motherlode, man. I think that this is all incredible. So she's the granddaughter of Elias. So that means you're in this row. And if you're in this row, it has to be you. You were married, you had one kid, which is Clark, and Clark went through hell, I think. But, well, no. We don't know if Clark went through hell. You die. You're Jacob. You have to be Jacob Rafferty. And you have to be Lauren Rafferty. Sorry, Lauren Roottree. Married Lauren Rafferty. You were a writer, not screenwriter. You're a author. Yeah, that's the word. And then I need your photo, which is you. There's Jacob. Let's get both of them in. I think we can lock this the frick in. Boom and friggin' boom. That seems good. So that's one full person locked in. I need another 2 full people to lock in, but that's fine. We also know that the father is Clancy. So you are Clancy Edward Roottree. And you were a lawyer. And then we know you have a brother that is Clancy Jr., but we have no idea who Clancy Jr. belongs to. Okay, it's been an amazing book so far. I've appreciated it a lot. Mothers were the Cosels. We can also get some more in there, to be honest with you. That means that you are probably Sarah Cosell. Because there's only one Cosell, so that seems like a good start. Okay, huge, absolutely huge. I love this. You're so helpful. Thank you for being so helpful. Take me to the next page. Entry title Complaints. Entry is specifically focused on one of Lauren's family members, Gwynn. Seems everyone had something to complain about. Gwynn is an only child. Complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. Yeah, okay. There's the 3 younger brothers. Even more so, you're locked in. And Gwynn is the same age-ish, but could be slightly older or not. During the summer, I went to stay with her and Aunt Margo. Who the frick is Aunt Margo? Okay. Who is Aunt Margo? Margolite Roottree. It's a horrible name. I'm sorry. If your name is Margolite, you have my condolences. That's a tough one. You kind of rolled a 1 on birth. Okay. So Lauren Aunt is Margolite Roottree. 3 younger brothers. 1 is Clancy Jr. Which is, realistically, again, I'm just going off of logic. You don't have a son and then have another son that you name after yourself. It's insane. So I feel like that Clancy Jr. is probably Carl's dad. And is right here. But I'm not jumping to lock that in, is the reality. I'm kind of afraid to. What else do we got? I mean, there's so much for us to unpack here. I dyed my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess, but she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me, even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlet and tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottree woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. Huge line, man. Holy crap. Huge line. That goes crazy. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world, jealous of me. And now, though I had undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born to a family that can support me for eternity. Okay, how about the dynasty? Lauren Roottree's diary focused on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down. Huge. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious. None of his sons would take over as president. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Okay, we know who the lawyer is. That's Clancy Sr. We know who the preacher is. That's Miracle. Although Miracle still has not been locked in. And it's because we don't have his damn picture. And maybe we can get his damn picture. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Who is Zach? Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad always had a very particular views when it came to his bloodline. It looks like Granddad needs to probably, I don't know, stop sitting on his nuts and grow up, is what it sounds like to me, but that's fine. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman would take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all. It's like I'm doing one of those logic puzzles, man, where you have the grids and you gotta blue is older than shoo and one likes apples and one likes oranges. I'm losing my mind, man. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, countered back maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the products. She thought she was cooking with that, but she's really not. She's really not. Okay. This is all important. And I would like to unpack this more. So, Zach, whoever the frick you are, let's figure out who you are. Could be Zachariah Morden, which would make a lot of frickin' sense. That would make a lot of... It could be Zach Wilson, but it would make a lot of frickin' sense if it was Zachariah Morden, because that's how the damn Mordens get into the Roottree family business. And that's how we end up with the Morden name getting onto this board, because the oldest daughter... Hold on, I need to look at the evidence again. Angie's older than Zach. I'm next oldest of us all. So... But that's in this line, man. That's in this line. So this is I'm losing my mind a little bit. Give me back to my evidence, okay? Angie's older than Zach. Zach is the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. But Angie's older than him. So this is Zach Morden, who was the second president of the Roottree Candy Company. And this is Angelica Morden. Yeah, Angie. And you were nothing to me at this point in time, but we'll get there. Angie's older than Zach. Okay. Huge. I'm good with that. We also know that one of the I think that this is important. I'm just gonna copy this for right now, and then I'm gonna start a section that is the 5 pieces, man. So I actually really don't like this. I'm gonna make this the 5 pieces. Architects, preachers, and lawyers. Oldest is a daughter. Is that accurate? No, that's not. Yeah, oldest is a daughter, because if they're the Mordens, then you married a Morden. So this is a Morden, which has to be James, because there's no other Mordens that are men. So you're James Morden. I'm locking in all of the least important people. But that's okay. That's okay. Someday we'll figure out who some of these other people are. Okay. This was an incredible page. I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. Take me to Sam. Entry titled Sam. You learned that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Who the hell is Sam? Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had 2 sisters. Granddad had a brother or 2. But I was told trim their branches from the family tree, so why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwynn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. I feel like I'm going insane, man. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working along the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike along the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. End of the day, nothing explains why an outsider is cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? Okay. First of all, wild. Second of all, Eli. We know Eli from some other places. So this is Miracle's youngest. Okay? So that means this is Eli. Which Eli, brother? Well, we know it's Eli M. It's Eli M. Roottree. That seems logical. And we know who you are, to be honest with you. Like, I can straight up get a picture of you. Because I have this. And you're Eli. Sure. Yeah, that seems logical. I do not think this is logical. I have no idea whether or not your name's Eli M. We know you're just an Elias. You could be C. You could be C. I don't know, but I do know that that's you. And you were somebody. Maybe I don't know as much about you as I thought I did. Okay. Granny had 2 sisters. Granddad had a brother or 2. Granddad had a brother or 2. We don't care. We don't care. Because their family is not important to me. So, don't really care. Sam's just an obscure relative. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam. We're going to find out that she had an affair with Sam. And one of the kids is actually Sam's kid. I know how these things go. Didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior. So one of the uncles is a junior. Wedding to Patsy. I don't know. To be honest with you. I would like to add you to Lauren's page. Lauren's page has become, basically just a mess. It's a total mess. We know that it's the old Anderson farm, by the way, which is where we can get the other Andersons in. Eli Miracle's youngest. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about that page, brother. Let's look at this. One of the final entries called Clark. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. Openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. Okay, fair enough. I'm sure you have a lot of fun at parties. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, and that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Again, this makes a lot of sense that this is definitely Clancy Jr. So, this is Clancy Jr. We're going to get a picture of him, too, at some point. I don't know what Clancy Jr. does, though. We'll get there. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seem to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. What? Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Are you gay, Edward? One of your are you too gay? I gotta figure that out, I think. Was it gay? Well, were you allowed to be gay in Pennsylvania? Oh boy, here we go. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart. Here we go. Based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods. I think he'd be proud. Zach's not a bad president after all. His sisters seem to be doing good job raising her twins. Her sister? So that's Angelica Morden. These two are twins. Okay. Dude, it's too much to keep track of. It is so much to keep track of. Free spirits, any other family that end up on the streets, even Clark. Okay. Well, here's what we can add in. Is we know that there's a Danielle that is completely worthless to most everybody. And that's you. So Danielle Franks could not be less useful. Clark Rafferty is your son. And Clark, gonna be real with you, I think that he's pretty much, he's a free thinker, right? I don't really think that free thinker is going to be a job occupation in here. I think that unemployed is probably what that is. Yeah, I mean, there's not really an option for just a guy in here. So something to unpack in the future. Clark aspired to be, sent him to the academy. That's Carl, sorry. That's Carl. You're just getting married. We know nothing about you. That's life, to be honest with you. Your book was lovely. I would like to look up Swashbuckle My Heart, because this feels like it's worth a look. I gotta search you in the damn public library though. Swashbuckle My Heart. Nothing, huh? Okay. That seems insane. Were you going by Rafferty then? No copies available. Re-released as X marks the spot. Brother, I'm searching for treasure. Nothing relevant. Did you then change your name back to Roottree? Oh my god, she's going insane, brother. According to the back of the book, this is A Buried Treasure by Lauren Roottree. Also says to keep an eye out for Lauren Roottree's next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Printingscandal.txt. Okay, we're in. We're in. Oh my god, we found everything. Lauren, you're the gift that keeps on giving, Lauren. Oh my god, who knew that Lauren had this much dirt? A version of the diary re-released contains no pictures but many new passages that reflect on her thoughts. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook: the death of Elias. Okay. I know that all of you are like, Tyler, look at the pictures. There's two very nice pictures. Go look at them. I would like to look at the pictures. I really would. But I need to know what else is in here. Samantha Roottree. Okay. Who the hell's Samantha? Sam was the illegitimate daughter. Okay. Yeah. We're all in. I thought Sam was going to be a man, but Sam is not a man. So Sam is the illegitimate daughter. Okay. I mean, we gotta take a deep breath for this one. New Diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottree had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottree. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. That makes sense. Okay. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr., and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clanced Trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry titled Sam. Okay. Where the hell is Samantha, though? Because I feel like that there's hold on. So Samantha is the daughter of Patricia Christensen and Eli Jr., which Eli Jr. is almost certainly, since you're not Eli Jr., that means that you're Eli Jr. We don't know that for sure. Well, we do, because you're Clancy. Yeah. And then both of the, there's only two people we don't know. This has to be Eli Jr. So you're Elias Jr. Roottree. I have no idea what the hell you did, to be honest with you. I need to keep looking at this. Daughter of a local steel... I really don't care, to be honest. God, what a mess. What a freaking mess. So, Patricia Christensen. If we look at the family tree, Elias Jr. eventually marries Patricia Christensen. And then that makes you Samantha. Whether or not you want to be or not, you're Samantha Roottree. Right? I guess we don't know more about Samantha. I might be completely wrong on that, just so you know. What else do we know? Page of additional notes and context. Clearly, I did not know her true family history when we wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottree. All my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwynn never was. Which makes sense. They're on the same level. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. And her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. So Ernie and the kids, that means that theoretically, I mean, let's just be real. You're Ernest. Here's where the damn Madsons come in. Okay. Good. Lovely, to be honest with you. So the Mordens are this lane. The Madsons are this lane. This is pretty strictly Roottree. You do have the Rafferty split off here. And then that means that one of you, I mean, we don't know whether you're the oldest or not. Roottree or Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Been a long time since any real Roottree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What the frick? Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Jet black hair and green eyes. Okay, we need a whole damn page of Samantha. Because she's kind of interesting. So, Samantha Roottree. We're going to do this. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did. Hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottree. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all. Pop warned us away from that farm for a few years. I never met EC in person. EC. But Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us in the X-Gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Okay, so Uncle Junior and Patsy. Let's just make sure we got this right. Uncle Junior is Elias Jr. and Patsy. We also then know... Don't we have a note about the presidents? Yeah, Ernie Jr. being the fourth president. But this is Ernie Jr. Madsen, not Roottree, right? I have the names right? Ernie... Yeah. Ernest Jr. Madsen. That is an incorrect... The fourth president is definitely Ernie Jr. So edit this. We can confirm the question mark, turn that into a period, but this is Ernie Jr. Madsen. Okay, and then that's where his wife is... We know some of this. We know some of this. It's all coming back, man. It's all coming back. And the family tree photo has like freaking all of them in it. Okay. We can get places there. Ernie's married to Debbie. They had Nicole, which is Nicole Madsen. But we don't know whether or not you're the oldest child. Is the only... That's the only question mark we don't know. And to confirm, I need to look at the family photo again. We have spent the entire episode just reading this damn book, which is insane. This damn family photo. I need to pull up the family photo again. So Gwyneth, Gwendolyn Morden, and Gwyneth Madsen. Where the frick do you guys fit on this? So that would be Ernest Madsen, which is Ernie Jr. That's Ernest Madsen, Ernie Sr. Gives birth to Ernie Jr. and Gwyneth Madsen. Gwendolyn Morden is probably then... Is that one of the twins of Angelica Morden? No, that doesn't make any sense. Because you should not... That makes you one of Zachariah's kids. Okay, this is getting too complicated. We can unpack stuff from this photo. I need to come back in here. There's still freaking 3 more pages, man. Okay, Clark. I get deja vu. Clark's gotten married again. No Roottree has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob. And Gwynn divorced Wild Bill. Okay, so Gwynn was married to Wild Bill, which is probably William... Wait, it's probably... Robert? I don't know. Who the hell? William? Who are you? Who the hell are you? Bring me back for a second. I don't know who you are. Wild Bill. Just before she had her second. Not that I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. Wild Bill. They've talked about Wild Bill before, man. They've talked about Wild Bill. Hold on. It's Bill. Take me to the original book, because she brings up Wild Bill in here with the complaints. Wild Bill Williams. That is not a person in our list, okay? I don't think you're part of the family, Bill Williams. You're definitely not. So who the hell do you remarry, Gwynn? Because that's who's actually important in this exchange. Neither of us ever took up a second husband. Brother, I'm missing a name. I can't put Wild Bill in. Who'd Clark get remarried to? Okay, let's keep going. Guess it was inevitable someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. Grow up for 10 seconds. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could. Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. More than I could say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers. I guess that's Jim. Solid as a rock. Yeah, that's rocker boy Jim. Eli's marriage seems fine. I suspect that's why he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long. I think that to be honest with you, friggin' Clark Rafferty, you're a musician. Running off on the band? It talked about you wanting to be a musician. This also means that you married Jane? Oh, you're a LaRoe. Oh my god, you're a LaRoe. That's frickin' Diamond's sister. Which means I think I actually know you. I think that's you. Okay, yeah. Sure, why not? Names. Biggest complaint I got for publishing my diary was how similar names were. Yeah, I get it. There's 4 Elis. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, I wouldn't know which one they meant. That's why they became Uncle Junior, Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Eli was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. I already figured that out. That's you giving me information I already knew. One thing that I've always been consistent in our family is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. We're in. That's huge. I mean, it's also like logic, but I at least have that confirmed now. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Yeah, that makes sense. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think that Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Carolyn, who was Elias's mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's why there's no female equivalent for Junior. If you're reading my diary and you're confused, you're not alone. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottree. I had to break the news they got my father's name backwards. Caroline was Elias's mother. Sure, that's fine. This page I don't care about because I already knew half of this. Anger. Not a companion piece to any specific entry, but rather a fun bonus. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger. She believes based on the teacher's name she must have been in 3rd grade. Doesn't exactly remember the events. Got angry when I met a new girl. I do not like. She was dirty, did not have a pretty dress. Interesting pretty spelling. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him when I told her... Oh, this is her old writing, I understand. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry, I'm glad she's gone." What the frick? What the hell are you talking about? Is this whole family just cheating on each other? So this is Clancy Sr. has an illegitimate child with somebody that she went to school with in the 3rd grade. Does this matter? I don't know. What's one more illegitimate child in this story? Sure. We're gonna have to go back and read that about 1,000,000 times. I'm gonna warn you. But I need to look at this. Because this is huge. Okay? It's absolutely huge. This is the 5 pieces. Okay? Pop had it framed. That's him on the left. That's important. That makes you Pop. Angie and I both wanted to be, okay, taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. That makes you have to be Eli Jr. because you're like 7. This means you're Miracle, actually, which is hilarious. He's missing the eye. He had the health issues. Okay. We're about to get a million things figured out, to be honest. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. Sure. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I was supposed to stop the tantrums. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later they never even took a second photo. I don't necessarily know who you people are. I am going to put in some photos, which is very important. You're Elias. You are Clancy, which immediately locks in you, and then this should lock in Miracle. Oh my god. Okay. We're in. So that's Clancy, Lauren, and Miracle all locked in. And also about 1 million optional people as well, which is huge. I think we have Samantha very correct, by the way. We have it so correct. Dude, I mean, we have like everything right. That's a booyah if I've ever seen it. What is this?
It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already...
Oh, here we go.
In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottree's belongings have apparently gone...
Amazing.
A framed photo
Yeah.
of the Rootree family from the
Is in my hands.
Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist who found who would do such a thing and why.
I'm gonna get arrested.
Search online for WRTD News. Again,
WRTD News. Okay. Brother, there's too much. So to do, we gotta search WRTD News online. We also have to, we still have an entire photo. So evidence. We gotta figure out who the hell Aunt Gwendolyn is, because we can probably unlock some stuff there. I just want to look at what else we locked in. We've locked in these photos. I mean, brother, actually, like, every single thing that I put in is correct, which goes insane. It goes insane. The only thing that's maybe a question mark, well, I mean, we don't know what Elias's job is quite yet, or what Samantha's job is. But we're like off to the races. It feels good. It feels good. What a tricky and interesting little game. I enjoy it so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, as always, a like on the video is much appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.